This week on Centennial Sports TV. The Centennial Colts men and women's soccer teams face off against Fleming College. The Toronto Junior Canadians look to get off to a good start at the Governor's Showcase Tournament in Oakville. And we take a brief look at Canada's fastest growing pastime, disc golf. All that and more on Centennial Sports TV.
Welcome to Centennial Sports TV. I'm Namish and this is Duan, also known as LJD. Well, it's been a tale of two different starts for the men's and women's varsity soccer teams. The men's team hasn't lost yet, while the women's team has been unable to win.
The women's team went to Pedro last week to take on the Fleming Knights. Let's take the highlights. The Fleming Knights hosting the Centennial College with both teams searching for their first win of the season. Pink is 1-up midway through the first half, Colts at 1-0. A nice move from the Centennial player sends her in on a breakaway, but she just can't get a shot on net. Take another look. Knights defender Ashleigh Lamontagne puts just enough pressure on the Colts player to force a bad shot, and she just can't believe she couldn't find the target. Skip ahead a bit, still in the first half. Fleming looking to even the score of a free kick, but the header is easily had by Colts keeper Monica Morgan. Fleming continues to pressure Centennial midfielder Janet Morgans. Springs Emma Crazer all along, but again Morgan makes a nice play, keeping the Colts in the hill after a first 15 minutes. At halftime, Centennial coach Connor tells the girls to be aggressive. Early in the second half, the Colts do just that as the ball is worked to Elyahky Certain, who tests the keeper from about 30 yards, easy save there. 53rd minutes now, Fleming pushing for the tying goal, Monica Cupchik with a free kick that sails just over the net and packed up right. More flying off the corner kick, nice forward Ashley Gilbert tries to bank heel, but that is easily spoiled by Morgan again. Centennial now looking to increase the lead. A beautiful ball of a free kick sends Sharon Duan in all along, but she can't beat the keeper. Another look shows three girls placed behind the defense that missed the opportunity for Centennial. 8 minutes now, Fleming scrambling for neighbor makes a nice cutback in the Centennial box but puts the shot just well. Final few minutes, Fleming sends a corner into the box. They can't get shot, but the ball eventually works back to who gets good luck at night. Behind the Fleming at the court earned this fourth win of the season, 1-0 your final. Cheung scored a long goal for the score, of course, as they took on Cambridge on Saturday.
This was our first win of the season. It was a great effort by both teams. We were lucky to come out on top. It was a tight game, and we fought hard. Positioning is our majority thing. It's a brand new team. We only have a few returning players from last year, so it's now working together and working with our positions and seeing how that goes. And we're hoping to make playoffs this year. We didn't make playoffs last year, so a couple more wins will allow us to do so. So we're looking forward working together as a team to move on.
Centennial taking on Fleming on the men's actions. Several Centennial Colts missing regular starters in this one, and they look to remain unbeaten on the season as they take on the Fleming Knights, who are searching for their second straight win at home field. Pick this one up in the 8th minute off a scramble for the ball. Tristan Hasivasas Rogers gets sprung. He makes a nice move off the defender and makes no mistake with the finish, putting Fleming up 1-0. The Knights are flying early. They celebrate that one as they should. Big start for the Knights. Centennial would try to answer here just 2 minutes later as Jimmy gets fouled hard. That sets up a dangerous free kick for Robbie Vidakovic. Ensuing free kick, he sends it into the box for Shakagard, who does the rest, just beating the keeper. Let's take another look at that one. Shows how a guard finds the ball in the air and muscles in his 4th of the season. After the goal, Vidakovic hunts down a guard here, and he gives him some props. 1-1. Fast forward to the 25th minute, Centennial gives up a free kick of their own, and after a little misdirection, Michael Adebayo scores, making it 2-1 for Fleming, heading into the recess. Centennial pressing now early in the second. A beautiful dummy sets up Vidakovic in front of the goal. but he whiffs on it. Colts still down 2-1. Midway through the half now, Devinder Johal is fouled hard here. That sets up a free kick for the Colts, and they make the Knights pay. Ball gets played to Vidakovic, who sets up Yashvin Chavan with an absolutely gorgeous pass. Chavan scores his first of the year. Let's take another look at that one. Vidakovic making up for his whiff earlier with a beautiful volley. The two of them share a moment afterwards. Great goal there. Jump ahead to a bit later. A bad clearing attempt by the Knights ends up at the feet of Johal. He launches one, which takes a fortunate bounce and ends up in the back of the net. Johal showing no ill effects from his hard hit earlier, putting the Colts up 3-2, much to the delight of the bench. Ultimately, the Knights would not be able to rally back as Centennial goes on to the 3-2 victory. Shawan, Agard, and Johal scored the goals for the Colts, while Adebayo and Rogers scored for the Knights. The Colts next took on Cambrian on Saturday.
Basically, we got off to a slow start and probably it's a warm-up, but at the second half we knew our quality and we knew that we have what it takes to get back in the game.
Well, it shows that we're starting to play as a team and we're starting to communicate better, starting to believe in each other. One thing that we said at halftime, normally you'd expect there'd be a fire and brimstone speech, but there wasn't. We gave them the tactical keys that we needed to reinforce. We reinforced that we needed to communicate, and basically we had a chat about, you play for each other. You don't play as an individual. Too many times there were too many gaps because people were playing as individuals. They weren't playing for each other.
The men's team playing Cambrian on Saturday in Sudbury, tying them at 2. The Colts are in second in the OCAA East with 3 wins and 2 ties for 11 points. Algonquin is on top with a perfect 5-0 record. Moving over to the women's side, they followed up their first victory last Thursday with a crushing 7-0 loss to Cambrian on Saturday. They remain second to the bottom of the OCAA East with 4 points, while Algonquin is on top with 6 wins and no losses.
Next up, we'll look at Toronto's most unique community softball league. Midtown Slow Pitch and We Profile, its creator and the commissioner. With more, here is Trevor Lowden.
Midtown Slow Pitch is more than just your average baseball league. It's a childhood dream come to life, a dream where individual stat pages lead to chirps, and where chirps lead to awards, and where weekly power rankings are the norm. Midtown Slow Pitch is just that much more. And it couldn't have started without the work of league commissioner and creator, Graham Billinghurst.
Well, that's for sure. I played rep baseball from the time I was, 8 or 9 until I hurt my arm in high school, and I played up to my last year of high school, but with a bad arm. Went to university for 2 years, fixed my arm, and didn't have anywhere to play, and so I wanted to start a league. And so the childhood dream of just going out there and playing, we tried to make it as much of the big league dream as we could.
There are a lot of home runs in softball, and personal stat lines can be quite flattering. That's why there are career statistics pages of every Midtown player. If you've played a game in Midtown, you have a stats page. To Graham, it's just part of the game.
I literally learned to read off baseball cards. So for me, it was a natural. You play baseball, you need statistics. And so our first couple years, we just played. But then it evolved and we felt we needed stats. Every year we want to expand the website as much as we can, add to it, make it a reason to play in the league. For us, it's, the crazier the website can be, the better the league is. It's half the league is the website.
It's the best run league I've ever played in, you know what I mean? That goes back to playing hockey as a kid, baseball, everything, you know what I mean? I played in some pretty competitive leagues, so Graham does a great job. He's got the website, he makes it appealing. All-star voting, he keeps people coming to the website, and it's amazing. He's the backbone of this league.
The awards banquet took place at Popper's Pub near Bloor and Bathurst. A lot of the guys showed up and the beers were flowing, as well as the chirps.
Congratulations, Loftus, on making the finals. You beat the best team in the American League, or so they say. Best team to never win a championship. Listen to them, guys. They're chirping right now.
An array of donated gifts and dollar store prizes made up the majority of the awards. Awards were given for AL and NL MVP, Cy Youngs, Best Chirper, Best Clubhouse Guy, as well as a gold glove for every position.
They get heated with each other, but usually because we know everyone, it's pretty much just a good time.
And that's really all that Midtown was supposed to be. Trevor Lowden, Centennial Sports TV.
Thanks, Trevor. If you missed last week's episode, CSTV had wall-to-wall coverage of the T12 tournament at the Rogers Centre. Quebec came out on top. However, our very own intrepid reporter Jacob Hall caught up with the Ontario Green's Tristan Pompey, younger brother of Blue Jays rookie Dalton Pompey.
It was pretty great. I felt like I belonged here. I felt like I worked hard for what I did, and I deserve to be here among all these great players. It's great, you know, knowing the progress that I made from my leg injury, how I recovered quickly, and I'm stronger than I was before. It's great that I'm able to play this year. I feel like my hitting's it's really improved, and my running, I've ran dramatically faster than I did last year. It means a lot, knowing that he's a good hitter himself, but knowing that he said that I'm better than him, it's humbling, but yet it makes me more confident that I'm a good hitter, and I have faith in my ability and skills. Speed's really important, knowing that he solely relied on speed to get, well, obviously the other skills, but speed was his major factor. So if I bring in speed to my game with my hitting and all the other aspects, I'll be just as good, maybe even better than he is. I'm not really have too big expectations. I'm just trying to stay humble right now and play everything by day. I'm hoping to get drafted, and obviously before my brother did, but if all else fails, I mean, I'm probably going to go to school and get an education and then try it again whenever I'm eligible again. I'd say the Blue Jays, just knowing that I can play beside my brother, with my brother, it's probably a great experience, knowing that we're really close and we can share the experiences together. We've always been competitive. We've always been close because of it. So we kind of compete, but at the end of the day, we still love each other because we're only 4.5 years apart, but we're almost like twins. Like we're really close to each other. If I perform well, I feel like I can be on Team Canada as well someday. You know, working hard, always working hard. So I mean, I can potentially play on Team Canada within the next months because they go away in October. So.
Since his performance at the Tournament 12, Tristan has been named to Team Canada's Under-18 junior roster. For Centennial Sports, I'm Jacob Hall.
Up next, LJD takes part in a sport that's not all that common here in Canada, underwater rugby.
Look, you're sitting on the couch, you're tired of being known as Uncle Brooks's nephew. Do something with your life. Make a name for yourself. You keep procrastinating over and over. I don't know, maybe I'll go to school next year. Maybe I'll start it up next semester. No, do it right now. You can go to school after work. You can go to school before work if your schedule's weird. You can do it anytime. They'll work with you to graduate. Go talk to somebody right now. It's easy. They'll help you out. They're here to help you. Look, you spend all day on the phone anyway, texting away. Why don't you make a call that'll actually mean something, that'll actually affect your future? All you gotta do is pass one simple test. It's easy. The answer's the violin, man. It's not hard. Why are you making it complicated? It's easy, all right? Pick up the phone and call Centennial College right now. It's easy. The number's on the bottom of the screen.
Welcome back. If I ask you what's rugby, I'm pretty sure you will say, what? Are you foreign? If I ask you, do you know what underwater rugby is? You will be the foreign one. But Rachella and I know. Let's take a look at what underwater rugby is.
Hi, I'm Rachella Valdez here at Rosedale Heights School of the Arts. Have you heard of underwater rugby? Because I sure haven't. But I'm here to learn about this new and upcoming fun sport. Let's hop into the pool.
Underwater rugby was invented in Cologne, Germany in 1961 and became popular in the Nordic countries. The sport involves two teams playing underwater. The goal of the sport is to put the ball into the opponent's goal. In this case, it's a heavy metal bucket at the bottom of the pool. As of last year, there are about 20 countries that have been affiliated with the Underwater Rugby Commission. Camilo Contreras, who moved to Canada from Colombia, is the owner of the Toronto Underwater Rugby Club. They practice at Rosedale Heights School of the Arts twice a week.
I'm starting a new group in Toronto. The first team in Ontario is in Brantford. So right now we have on average 10 people, and it's growing now. We have regular practices Mondays and Fridays here in Toronto. I just want to spread this game across the globe. So right now there is like more than 20 countries playing this game, and I want this game grows in Canada. We have one big team in Montreal now, one in Brantford, and a new one in Toronto. Like I say, the feeling for this game is amazing because once that you are underwater, you can go in any direction. You can go up, down, and you can just hold a person and just turn and try to make a nice pass, and you can just be suspended and see how people move. It's a very unique experience. It's a very unique experience. Well, one amazing thing about underwater rugby is anywhere in the world where you see this game, people from all ages can play. So one of our players in Ontario has 78 years old, and he's a really good player. And you have young people playing too. So it's really good for your fitness. It's very fun. It's quite different. It's 3D game anyways.
Regardless of age and gender, anyone can play, and it's a good way to keep fit and have fun. The sport offers every type of person a position to play. I'm Rachella Valdez, Centennial Sports TV.
Thanks, Rachella. The Toronto Junior Canadians took to the ice this past weekend at the OJHL Governors Showcase hosted by the Oakville Blades, looking to impress university scouts from all over the USA and Canada. The Canadians didn't get off to a good start falling to Newmarket on Friday, but were looking to rebound Sunday morning against North York. Let's take a look at the highlights. Canadians taking on the North York Rangers, looking to move past 500 and at the same time impress the scouts in attendance. Andrew Kipalone started for the Rangers while Daniel Opapa was between the pipes for the Canadians. The Canadians will look to stay more disciplined in this one. They took 14 penalties in Friday's loss. Game underway now. Just a minute into the first, Kennedy Dogood carries it down the ice, flies down the left with some serious speed, and he beats Kipalone with a hard wrister. Andrew Mullen with the helper. 1-0 for the Canadians, and it remained that way after one. Midway through the second now, here come the goals as Nicholas Palumbo finds Will Lawrence in the slot, and he makes it 2-0 for the Canadians. Second of the season. Dogood draws an assist on this one as well. Take a look at the replay. What a fantastic pass. Just a couple minutes later now, Justin Maiolano is behind the net, and he finds Matthew Ferrari in the slot. He snaps it on net. Aaron Spivak finds a loose puck and buries his 7th of the season, 3-0. Moments later, Paviglio crunches Lawrence. He gets revenge just a few seconds later as he buries his 2nd of the game, 4-0. Toronto. After the goal, the Rangers showing their frustration with the little scrum. However, the tempers would subside. Dying second to the second frame, Ryan Cruz makes the backhanded pass to Anthony Trujillo in front of the net, and he snaps it home. 5-0 Canadians. This one is over already, folks. At the start of the third, Gianluca Bagetta takes over for Kipalone, who allowed 5 goals on 16 shots. Midway through the third, Nicholas Jarzabek gets absolutely flattened by Kyle Clark. He may need some time in the quiet room after that one. Late in the third now, picking up when it's 6-1, Ted Hunt scores for the Rangers, making it a 6-2 game. And that would be your final, folks. Lopapa made 26 saves for the win. North York went 0 for 9 on the power play, while the Canadians went scoreless in 5 opportunities. Toronto is now 5-4-0, just 2 points back of the Patriots in the South Division. Moving on to some football highlights from high school football. Opening game of Toronto District School Board action. Northern Secondary taking on the Red Knights. East York Collegiate Goliaths. Opening kickoff, Isaiah Atham Hibbert grabs the kick at the 14. He makes 2 guys look silly, picks up a couple blocks, and takes it 95 yards for the score. Early lead for the Red Knights. East York's opening possession ended in a 2-0 just a bit later. On the punt, one of the bright spots of the day for the Goliaths, Asham Hibbert picks up the ball on a bounce and is leveled by Thomas Smith. What a great hit there. Little bright spot for East York. Red Knights will be forced to punt on their next possession, but the Goliaths returner muffs the kick and the Red Knights recover. Northern would settle for the field goal attempt, but the kick goes wide here. Alex Emerson with a nice return for East York as he makes it out to the 25. Next Northern possession, and Asad Hussein hands it off to Jaden Highland, who runs over the defender, makes a couple guys miss, picking up a nice 30-yard run. That would help set up this touchdown a few plays later as Highland makes another defender miss and appears to be taken down short of the goal line. And that's Red Knights up 14-0. A little bit later now, another field goal attempt by Quinn Johnson. And this time, it's good from just 24 yards out. Just before the end of the first half, a little bit after the field goal here, Chris Larson takes a snap and runs for a first down. East York would be down 17-0 at the half. Mid-third quarter now, and the Red Knights add another to Highland walks in from 15 yards out, putting the home team up 24. Duncan Morrison would come in QB for East York in the second half. He would lead their second best drive of the game, just in a couple moments here, as he completes a pass to Chris McNay. On second look, a look at the replay here, he brings it in with one hit as he shows the ball off to the ref. That was a great catch there, one-hander. A couple plays later, Morrison would be picked off by Imho Yang. Final nail in the coffin would be a few possessions later as he's picked off by Pharaoh Defensi as he returned for the final touchdown. 34-0 for the Red Knights. His Downsview secondary takes on and Northern hosts Leaside next. Big game here, great showing for Northern.
Thanks, Namish. Next up, our very own Beaulne tried kickboxing for the first time. It must have been a very tiring experience. Let's see how he did.
Hello there, this is Centennial Sports TV's own Beaulne. And I'm bringing you guys a special form of entertainment tonight. I'm here in front of Pro Martial Arts on Gerrard Street, where I'm going to participate in an introductory kickboxing session. I have no idea how this is going to go. Let's go find out.
Martial arts has changed, especially with the rise of MMA. So you see a lot of younger kids coming into it just because they see UFC, and they'll just start into something, either karate, kung fu, or kickboxing.
I think it kind of died away for many, many years, but I think it's going to start to grow more and more and more because it's more of a, I think, a well-rounded martial art. You know, it's got boxing, it's got karate, everything in kickboxing.
Timing and coordination, especially in the beginning. That's the hardest thing that I usually find. So I just kind of like incorporate the music that you guys seen and just said, go to the timing, that's it. Like, you know, let's go. I don't care how it sounds, just go to it. Once you get it, fighting becomes a lot more fluid. What doesn't it work out? That's the question that you have to ask. Every single part of your body, especially body parts that you don't even know, like those little muscles inside the inside of the muscle. And the next thing you know, you feel all your hands hurting, but it's not right there. It's like somewhere inside there and you can't get rid of it.
It's one of those, it's what doesn't it work? Any exercise is amazing. When you go to the gym, it's fantastic, but we focus on the same muscle parts. You want the big chest, the big arms, the tight legs and everything. There's a lot of different muscles that we don't use. Kickboxing, you use all of it.
That's tough. So tiring. I can hardly breathe right now. Can we take a rest on this one?
You're awesome. I can see you jump when you're jumping and kicking like that. You're a natural. And when I was going like this, you took it really well. And when you were doing it to me, I could feel something in that. So.
You did well. I'm not gonna lie. Whatever. You're brand new to it, so I mean, you died off a little early. I knew it was gonna happen because we were doing knees. I wouldn't say I was impressed. You did good. You did good.
Like to play.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jimmy's on the board.
Think you know a lot about sports? Do you like to make money? If you said yes to either of those questions, Yahoo Fantasy Sports has you covered. I'm doing it. He's doing it. So is this clown. So, what are you waiting for?
Don't know how I feel about that last pick.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Do you like golf? Do you like tossing a disc even better? Can't decide? Well, what if you could have both? That's right, disc golf. Disc golf is a fast-growing game which is now played in over 40 countries in the world. CSTV's Edward Elyahky, who unfortunately couldn't run with the Colts anymore, decided to take a different path and tried out disc golf this weekend right here in Toronto. Let's see how he did.
Well, there you have it. Although summer is winding down as Canada's favorite and fastest growing pastime, disc golf doesn't seem to be losing any momentum. With courses located at the DVP in Eglinton as well as Toronto Island, make sure you take advantage of some fun in the sun while you still can. For Centennial Sports TV, I'm...
Well, Namish, with all these great events happening this week, I think absolutely have lots of great plays, right?
There have been a lot of memorable plays this week, June. Let's take a look at CSTV's second weekly top 5. Here are the top 5 plays of the week. Let's roll it. Number 5, Hibbert of the Northern Red Knights takes the punt off of bounds. He goes charging towards the end zone. Looks like he's about to get taken down by a massive East York Giants defenders. They wrap him up, but the Giants can't bring him down. He cuts left and breaks one more tackle. He takes it all the way to the house for the score. Early lead for the Red Knights there in that game. Spoiler alert, we might see Hibbert again on this countdown. He celebrates after the touchdown, as he should. What a great play.
Number 4, Lauren the Beaulne never desperate tries to clear the puck off of his zone, but he would pay the price as he is absolutely leveled by Geordie Carragher. Poor guy gets airborne after monster hits.
Number 3, getting ahead. Centennial Colts taking on the Fleming Knights. Robbie Vidikovic kicks one across the box with a free kick. He connects with Shaq Guard, who heads it in past the keeper. Great work by Guard to sneak in behind the defender and use his head.
Number 2, fall like a butterfly, straight like a bee. Robbie Vidikovic again floats the ball over the defenders into the box. Rowan Sharman takes the beautiful pass and roll touch off his right foot, puts it in the back of the net.
Number 1, getting off to a quick start. Kickoff between East York Collegiate and Northern. And what a way to start for the Red Knights. Hibbert gets it at the 14-yard line. He would get some blocks. And he finds daylight. The kids in the stands in a little bit here, they love it. Taking it all the way to the house for an opening game kickoff return touchdown. The return is good enough to get Hibbert on our top 5 list twice. Well, I definitely wouldn't have wanted to be on the end of that bone-crunching hit, June.
But next week, Wednesday, an NHL new season. I think much more heating will happen, right?
I'm so excited for that.
Are you watching hockey and drinking beers?
There's definitely going to be a lot of alcohol consumption.
Okay, honestly, I want to say good luck for you, but promise me, don't cry, lives. Okay?
For sure.
Okay, good night. Thank you, guys.
Good night.